So somehow we're going to take an approach and see if we can do a short video about what's going on. I think as I approach 70, having lived in this house for 12 years, I'm as happy as I've ever been with any house, big or small. And I've lived in houses up to 4,500 feet. And I've lived in houses as tiny as 250, maybe 300 square foot of space in this one. I love my home. So I'm about to go ahead and either sell materials or sell interests in having houses here for people, other people like myself, a small number of them, maybe $50,000 to have a space, $100,000 to have a really nice house on a space, and be able to share the space, have gardens, have the goats and the pigs and the chickens feed us all, and gardens, and all the materials in the world it takes to build more gardens and more houses. The trick is who or whom do you invite to share this? Who will be the elders or the people that are part of teaching other people how to do this? How do you build homes that I feel are as luxurious as any in the world, with parts that you can find by tearing other houses down, old mansions, old farmhouses, old buildings, old stores? It's amazing what you can salvage. I used pieces of posts for porches and headers and beadboard and exhibited probably 40 different houses worth of materials in this one house. 20 different types of wood at least. My goal is to show, to prove, not only can you do this, but you can have an incredibly healthy and long life. I look at many of my contemporaries who have millions of dollars and live in big houses, have big cars, have lots of stress, drink a lot, take a lot of medicines. They don't look good. At 70, I feel better than I've ever felt. And I want to try to figure a way to invite others to feel this way when they reach this age. If they start early enough, it's not that hard. The later you start, the harder it gets. If you don't take care of yourself, it's harder to recover. So this is a lesson for those kids that are not 70. And I didn't find out till I was 55 that you can get more youthful. You can have an incredibly imaginative, creative life at this age. Have a love story, have a sex life, have a drawing, creating, writing every day. And I write oftentimes 1,000, 5,000 words in a day, easily. Draw pictures, color. This is all possible at this age. And it's even more possible if you don't have a lot of expense. If you live in a place like this and you have a unique home, you can do a whole bunch of things for the rest of your life. Because the home can last for the rest of your life on land. Then when you're done, it doesn't matter if you don't own the land. If your house is there and you want somebody you love to have the house, they can either go there or they can move the house. All sorts of options if you build that way in advance. So I just want to end this for the evening. This is a late night impromptu invitation for a couple dozen good people from around the world to share in creating an embassy, an example of how we could live together and then come back, travel the world, create the examples, and go tell others, invite others to come share it, spend a night, spend a week, spend a month. Not to live here forever for everybody, but for a few, even 40, 50 people traveling, and not here to live here, to have a place here. That's not too many people. Much more than that, you're going to have a problem. It's only, probably 10 acres is going to be the trust. We'll have some houses sitting on it and places for people to stay. bed and breakfast, but also nature, the beavers, the otters, the fish, the turtles, all sorts of creatures. We're not going to kill them. We're going to share the land with them. And then none of them lived here. They've all moved here since I brought the water. There was no standing water. Now there's miles of shoreline, and you can go kayaking and swimming. But don't trash it. Don't come here and waste it and expect to just trash the place and leave litter. I don't want you here. I want the people to respect nature and that want to do things to sustain the world by creating things out of salvaged materials. Old window headers from the 1800s, stained glass from the Northeast from the early 1800s, from India, stained glass. All of this stuff has been used for hundreds of years. And this chair my son used when he recorded his song, my song of salvage. I wrote the words and he recorded it, played the guitar, played the harmonica, and left that for the world. So please, I'll try to attach it to this video. Listen to it on YouTube, the Song of Salvage. The Song of Salvage is about how we can salvage our lives, salvage our homes, salvage our barns, salvage our spirit, and create a new life. Any moment, any day, we can change our path and create a new one. I want to offer a path that others can take. It's a path of salvage. More millionaires are made out of salvage than any other business in the United States. Better than that, we could support more communities with salvage co-ops to teach people how to salvage the resources and build new homes and build new communities and do it without imports, without plastics, without toxins. Literally, the most sustainable way to build, the most energy efficient way to build is with salvage. If you don't believe me, look at my hundreds of videos. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and get a nap now. You too. Enjoy daylight savings time. Wouldn't you know? Hey, there I am again.